I don't feel like it, and I'm procrastinating and finding all kinds of excuses to spend hours not putting the camera on and just sitting there in the funk of having lost everything and dying alone. Nothing to cheer me up except this lively little puppy, which hasn't been outdoors for 24 hours and needs a toilet, but I'm going through my slow rigmarole of waking up. And I just had a toke on that marijuana, and it reminded me I'm on a lift. Things are getting better. I make things better. Put the camera on and make things better. Excuse me while I walk my dog. She really needs to go to the bog. 24 hours I've been sleeping like a log. That's why I gotta walk that dog. Excuse me. Yeah. In life, you should go for it. He who goes for big things might achieve big things. Some of us don't. That means most of us don't go for it. Some of us go for it, and many of us don't get it, but it's better to have gone for it and failed than not to have gone for it at all. Well, that's oversimplification, because you're not just going for one thing. It's go for it attitude towards life means go for this, go for that, go for this. Legalize marijuana. Okay, it can't be done. They're corrupt. Okay, well, liberate marijuana. How am I going to do that? Well, reach the best people you can reach and demonstrate what you get out of it. Don't hide it. Don't give off fear and paranoia. Be happy to be using marijuana and to be seen to be using marijuana. And over the years, most of the major effects and benefits that I've found out of marijuana is what happens to the group around me, you know. It's like me and other people get effects. It's not a solitary experience. It's something that's best not done alone in seclusion, because that makes you more and more secluded and ultimately paranoid. Yeah, so it's better to use marijuana with someone else. And apart from intimate situations, the more the merrier. The way I would like to proceed with my revolution is I need to create some sort of social milieu where it is acceptable to use marijuana. It's not crawling with criminals. It's not crawling with cops. It's not overloaded with booze. No particular age group or color or social clique is dominating the scene. You know, I want to go to one of them happy family zones where everyone is somebody. I've seen some aspects of this before. Up until maybe the 1960s or 70s, the churches were a place where the community met up every week, all of us, and We valued all stages of life. Being old was valued and respected. Being young was valued and admired and encouraged. And all the stages in between were respectable. It's good to be looking after your elders and looking after your juniors, and vice versa, having them look after you. Yeah, what I mean is, you can't have I and I if there's only one of us. No, wherever two eyes meet, there's I and I. Yeah? Yeah. I find that absolute freedom is untenable position. You've got to be tied to something, someone else. I've got this dog. That's great. I'm really glad I've got this dog, but I would like human contact as well. Now, if I'm not mistaken, there are factually millions of people out there who want marijuana, who like marijuana or think they would like it. There are millions of people out there who would benefit from getting the effects that I know of. That's why I want a sort of group situation, because there you can, this is how human beings learn from each other. That is why we went to church in the old days. The minister, the priest, the vicar, the rabbi, the maho, the boss, the holy man, he's 24/7 in touch with God. But on a Sunday or the Sabbath, we, the flock, all get on the same vibe for a while and see ourselves as part of the one big picture. Here's another thing for you, kids. Most things, if you look at them too closely, you can see they're an illusion. Everybody needs something that you don't look too closely at. You know what I mean? Right? If you grab yourself a partner and say, me and you, we love each other forever, don't look at it too closely, just keep it at that, you know? Don't go asking other people to offer their opinions on whether it's good or not. That didn't come across as clearly as I thought it would. What I'm saying is, it is good to have values. It is good to have beliefs. It is good to have direction in your life, an ideal or ideals to work towards. Difficult to achieve, but not impossible. Goals that give you rewards along the way as you get closer towards them. You know, when you can stand in a dance hall for several hours without drinking alcohol, simply watching the other people getting into the music and tapping your toes and clicking your fingers and gradually learning how to dance, you have made a big leap forward towards your ideal, right? Then the next time you go, you might be dancing. But then you've made another big leap forward, and it carries on in that fashion. You will meet someone that you like dancing with, and you think, I want to continue dancing with this one. and that can develop over a period of time, weeks or months. In my experience, if you make a full committal and say, yeah, this is the one and there shall be no other, at that point you actually have to leave the dance, because think about it, what's it then going to become? Two people like John Travolta in the movie Saturday Night Fever, two people putting on a show for everyone else. No, you don't want to be doing that. So you get everybody else dancing and leave with your partner, or don't select a partner. Well, if you don't select a partner, you end up like me, an anachronism. A 62-year-old man is not a normal sight on the dance floor. I should be running a hall with a dance floor in it and allowing other people to learn bit by bit what I just casually chucked out in a few seconds. It is not easy to learn how to dance. It's not easy to learn how to dance without the crutch of alcohol or chemical drugs. And I believe that marijuana, by improving your empathy, just for example, I don't need to give you chemical explanations, but empathy for other people, I like being with other people. Oh, look, that one's having a good time. I'm pleased to see that. That makes me feel happy. Oh, you're having a good time. Me too. Yeah, marijuana helps dancing, but also it helps all the other social skills such as talking, listening, smelling, tasting, appreciating, seeing the artistic or aesthetic side of, understanding the intellectual overtones. In the old days, before God died and science took over, some of us would have telepathy, telekinetic experiences, premonition, revelation being where you understand the past, or you clearly see where things are leading to. It's a logical mind with an injection of inspiration, You know that the past is that happened, that happened, that happened, that happened. You are here. With a bit of luck, that'll logically lead to, wow, the kingdom of heaven descending from above, as though it was shimmering and made of glass. Yeah. Somewhat it be. I'll take a little pause. Got to walk the dog, I suppose. From reality, I just can't drift. That's why I'm hanging on this rift. Well, I found if you use the cannabis illumination without the clumsiness of drunkenness, you can advance much smoother and more rapidly in your aspirations to improve your social skills. Dancing leads to sex, good conversation leads to sex. Yeah, a lot of good roads lead to happy sex at the end of the day. But love your elders and love your juniors. Excuse me, wanna. What's that, Ali? What's happening? Woof. Ali. Woof. Yeah. Why can't dogs see the television or the the picture on the video screen. Every time there's a dog in the video, she's barking at it, even if it's herself. Why can't dogs see video? What a party. Yeah. To repeat what I just said, but in another way. It's very disorienting to go to a party situation without using alcohol. I remember a few years ago when I was reading the autobiography of Eric Clapton. I think it was called Clapton. I was amazed. First of all, sorry, yeah. I was amazed because Eric, who had come to depend on these various crutches to continue doing this wildly illuminated stuff, but repeating it at the drop of a hat in front of large numbers of people, he had to learn how to do it without using smack. Then he had to stop using dope. Then he had to stop using alcohol. Then he had to stop using tobacco. And then he's telling me about how he was going to meetings, I don't know what, Alcoholics Anonymous or whatever, and playing his guitar and being amusing and friendly on nothing, water. Yeah, but his solution was he had two or three beautiful daughters at home. Yeah, that would work for me. Yeah. But as I say, when you first go, it's like jumping into a cold swimming pool, or going into a social situation without your crutches, throwing away your crutches and going, no cigarette to hang on to, no glass of alcohol to. How do you talk to people? What do you do with your hands? I reckon you've got to keep moving from seat to seat. When you go into a social situation where you're hoping to meet people and exchange social intercourse with people, you don't want to get sat in one seat for the whole night. No, you want to keep moving about, so move your stuff with you when you get up, and try sitting here and try sitting there, and make it socially acceptable. You do not have to sit in the same place. You can keep moving around, unless you want to go home with what you brought and nothing more. Yeah. I'm glad I put the camera on. There's nothing of real import, but it'll be of value when I'm gone, because I am going soon and there's very little around to say what the truth was. I could have been enormous, but there's a paradox in it. I was watching the story of John D. Rockefeller, the first, second and third. He found it was intolerable to have so much wealth. He had a monopoly on the oil. It made him the most wealthy man in America. If he who controls the marijuana could be incredibly powerful in history, because that's not just a financial control, it's a control of ideas, emotional trends, social trends, ism. If the top honcho or leader in the marijuana field is homosexual, for example, you know how that would affect history. I'm not homosexual, no, I'm extremely 100% rampantly heterosexual. But I'm 62 years old, so I don't expect something that can run down the road. Yeah. What will I do now? I have to go and walk the dog. Back soon.
This is your lane.
Yeah, for me, marijuana was all about suspending habits. That is why
Yes.
was disapproved of because a young person who came round to my house, when I say a young person, somebody about the age of 20, that come round to my place he came round the night before an important examination at university. He had gone into defeat. He wasn't even studying. He was sure he was going to fail the exam. He was so stressed out. He had to have some marijuana. He sat up all night with me and a woman playing the guitar and so forth and discussing important matters, including his studies. And the outcome could have been anything. He was departing from all known habits and doing entirely new activities, including playing his guitar for the girl here. Right? This was all new. And so he might have gone for his exam and he might not have. He did go for his exam. He passed it, right? So, if his mother ever heard about it, he would say, well done on stabilising my son on the night before his exam. However, if he had decided, fuck it, I'm not going for that exam, I'm going to drop out, and his whole life had gone in another course, his mother would have probably blamed me for that. Me being the one who supplied the marijuana, you know? So, that is one of the reasons why cannabis has always been controversial. You're suspending habits. Like I said, it was difficult to learn how to survive without habits. Go into a dance floor without a smoking cigarette and an alcoholic drink to lean on. That was very difficult, you know. All you've got to lean on is your dancing. You take away your habits and you do the right thing. Aye. And then referring back to something I was saying a while ago, if you get rid of all of your habits, it's bad news, man. Don't get rid of all your habits. Just get rid of the ones that you don't like and replace them with better habits. That's what marijuana's all about, you know. Hey man, I'm stoned. I can click my fingers with the music. Hey, whenever there's music going, I can do this. Yeah, another thing that I discovered about marijuana early on, 28 years ago when I was starting to use it, I would forget all the bright ideas. I would write some of them down, but then you're using up all your time writing and not having more bright ideas. I found it useful to stick on a video camera, and that means you can remember some of your bright ideas that you just suddenly have on cannabis. Otherwise, you have a lot of enlightening experiences and forget them again, and have to have them again later. Mustn't grumble. That is what it's all about. Excuse me while I... Dog?
In Bristol.
In Bristol. Yeah, there is a big paradox in my situation. I became homeless at the end of August 2012. This is January 2014. All that time I've been homeless, and all of that time I felt physically like I just want to go to sleep and not get up again. However, I got a tremendous treasure of experience and tremendous ability to make things happen in the present. Very exciting. But I'm entirely limited to things that I can do with my energetic and affectionate little dog coming with me. That's the paradox. I can't go to a rave right now. I can't go anywhere where there's nothing to amuse my dog. It's 4:39 a.m. on a Saturday morning, the peak of the week. Paradox. Just me and my dog going out. in the dark. That's why I'm hanging on this wreath. Take it easy, skanking. Brothers and sisters, all that I can do, you can do. What I know, you can know. Pick your way through the bullshit. Most of the stuff you get straight from me is worth knowing. Yeah, life is wonderful. Let's get out of hell together with real marijuana. Let's grow it and share it. Not for profit, but for community benefit. Something new. Well, it was jolly cold and wet all the time we were out. Surprising number of people around on the street. Pick of the week. Life-changing experiences are the order of the day in the middle of the night, Friday, Saturday. Ollie's rolling around on the floor on her back, getting the rain off. A little bits of blood dripping out of her sex bits, so that's why we're walking in the middle of the night. Now that I got nice and chilled out, I can get warmed up. Get in, on with the show. Yeah, revolution. My way. So, what do you reckon, Allie? Coffee? Cheese sandwich? And a spliff. Phew. 6 o'clock in the morning at the best party in town. Maybe a little something for Allie in there. Yeah. You want something, Allie? What you want? You want chicken and chunks? Or would you rather have beef? Or do you want lamb? You want me to speak less loud, but I gotta get help by the microphone, Allie. What about some of this? Yeah? No? Very cool. I ain't gonna have some cold heat up. What? You're recording? Oh dear, what a worry, eh? Now you do have to edit. Oh dear, here we go. Oh, what in? Here we go. Aha, here we go. Yeah, turned out that most of my mature adult life was education. Difficult to do something efficiently if you're the first person to do it. You know what I mean? There are no rule books about how to successfully change the world. You do it by doing it. You learn from success and error. You repeat failed attempts till you get them right. You do not abandon easily that which has been hung on to the longest. You repeat a good idea as much as you can. You don't waste time or worry. Yeah, well, when you got a head on, you could share anything, and I've got an infinite amount to share, so I got a head on. Anything could come out. There's not really any must do. It's like this, I'm dying. Tobacco kills. It's true. I've hung on, I've cheated it, I've squeezed through a lot of things that have now caught up with me, and so I'm not going on for much longer, but it was bloody good fun, and I was best when I was fully extrovert, just sharing everything with everybody, and if anyone had a problem with that, deal with it. Right, I'm sharing everything with everybody, and we're all happy about it. Yeah, and it's sad how that was taken off me, man, and I squeezed down into a tiny, small character in a small, disadvantageous location. Robbed. Yeah, but it doesn't make less of what went before. Yeah. Yeah, it can still be very large here in Bristol, at the Old E or elsewhere. Very large, can be. What I like to do is educate in sharing largeness. That is, my friends are large. I large them. That's what I'm here to share. Large it. Together. I and I. Yo, yeah. And that's how you do it. The message has been revealed.